One of the requests I get more often than any others in the comments section of YouTube is to share some of my favourite books. Some of the books that I've found the most helpful in business, in fitness and working out, in self-development, psychology. And so that's what I'm going to do now. For now, I just want to share some of my favourite business and productivity that have helped me with my online endeavours. Deep Work by Cal Newport. As someone who regularly writes 15,000 words or more a day, this book really speaks to me. It discusses the importance of working for intense, undisturbed periods and how to get the most from those stints. Turns out you can get a heck of a lot done when you aren't answering emails all day or doing admin or dealing with other communication overhead. I wish more businesses would read this book because managers could learn a lot from it by just letting their staff actually get to work instead of pestering them all the time. Probably my favourite concept in here is the idea of productive meditation. This is meditation where the objective isn't to completely empty your mind, but rather to dedicate some set time to solving a problem or creative challenge. The Personal MBA by Josh Kaufman. This book promises to be an MBA in book form. Like the 4-Hour Workweek, that promise is of course a little hyperbolic. What it is though is a particularly comprehensive guide to business that more than anything teaches you to adopt the right mindset and to see the bigger picture in business. I think the most important tip is to understand your value proposition. As per the old saying, you don't sell hats, you sell warm heads. Key is to understand the emotional drive that your product or service has. How can you make your customers' lives better? How will they feel? Understanding this will lead to far better branding and marketing. Then there's the idea of counterfactual simulation, which is where you run through possible futures in your head and wonder whether or not you're prepared for them. In the book, Josh Kaufman talks about how this can help with your business's resilience, but I also like to use this in my personal life. For instance, if I'm going somewhere and I'm not sure if I've remembered everything I need to bring with me, then I simulate what's going to happen in my head and at each step ask if I've got the thing that I need at that point in the simulation. Thriving in the Gig Economy, Freelancing Online for Tech Professionals and Entrepreneurs by Adam Shinitsky. Biased? Me? Surely not. This is of course my book, and it's one that, unsurprisingly, I would also recommend. It's a guide to working online as a freelancer, which is one of the decisions that I made that ultimately contributed most greatly to my happiness, productivity, health and lifestyle. I designed this book to provide everything you might need to know when starting out your own business online. One point I'm particularly proud of though is the description of the transhuman business model, a concept that I managed to sneak into a technical book somehow. The general idea here is that you can scale a one-man business by increasing your own efficiency to superhuman degrees. In other words, you don't have to increase the rate you charge if you can increase your output, and being self-employed means that the only limit on this is your own capabilities. New Thinking by Digogo Altrade. You can tell that I like this book because my testimonial is on the front cover. I've worked with Digogo, aka Cold Fusion, so I know firsthand that he's a stand-up guy, as well as extremely interesting and talented. That aside though, this book is a fascinating look at the impact of various technologies throughout history. And as someone who loves the impact that an individual mind or a single idea can make on the future, it's just a great tour. Highlights include quantum computing and the opening look at Nikola Tesla. The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. This is the book on lifestyle design, and in some ways the one that started it all. Lifestyle design is essentially the goal of creating a business model primarily designed to work within the lifestyle you want, rather than the other way around. There are plenty of productivity tips in here, as well as practical strategies for earning passive income. I was already working online and making money from an app when I read this, so I knew a lot of that. What was more profound to me was the invitation to question what I was actually trying to achieve with all that hard work. This brought me to the realization that I work so that I can spend more time with the people I love and doing the things I love, progressing further and further in an organization, or even with your own business, taking on more and more responsibility, aiming to earn megabucks in general, won't lead you to that point. You can actually normally do this without even working a normal 9 to 5. And Tim is generally a legend. So thanks a ton for watching guys, I hope you found this video useful and interesting. If you did, then please leave a like and share it around, that helps me out immensely. And let me know down below what some of your favourite books are. Thanks a ton for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.